Oh, it is Sunday, January 23rd. This is the Early Edge, your daily sports betting brand of record. I am the coach, and we are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine, the best value in all of sports betting. What an incredibly fun day it was at the brand. Overall, we looked it all up, 21-14 for all of our picks, 60%, which is phenomenal. Also, we hit an AB3 for plus 350. So all in all, a good day across soccer, MMA, our normal show, and our live streams as well. Little housekeeping, don't forget today, we deliver every single game just for you. We will have live 1 hour shows, 45 minutes to an hour show before the first game today, Rams and the Bucs. Then an hour before the second game today, the Bills and the Chiefs. Oh, and there's so many storylines to talk about now after what happened last night. So let's bring in the stars of the show because we've got a lot to dig into. And you know the faces on our Sunday brunch version. First and foremost, live from Nashville, Tennessee, the Pit House level. M Squared, good morning.
Good morning, Coach. Sunday brunch. Happy Sunday brunch to everyone here. I cannot wait for these games. Obviously, the Chiefs are playing. It's going to be a fantastic atmosphere at Arrowhead. Let's do this today.
Is there anything better? And my son is already pumped up. It's only 7 o'clock out here. He's already up, ready to go. Chiefs hat on. All right, also live from Nashville, Tennessee, 8 floors below. Dial up. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Coach. Good morning, everybody. Look, the city of Nashville is in mourning this morning. They are not doing well, but you know what? I don't think the city of Green Bay, Wisconsin's doing too well either.
Oh, I tell you what, when you watch Aaron Rodgers just all by himself walk off the field, that was a moment. That was a moment. I really felt bad for him in all seriousness. That was awful the way they lost last night. Now, Maestro, you were on the Titans last night, sir. Good morning.
The Titans had me tilting big time, but I was on the 49ers, so I didn't mind seeing Aaron Rodgers do nothing after that first drive. I mean, you have to give him and that offense some of the blame, some of the throws that were just not totally accurate, and they got conservative. They didn't attack, and it came back to bite them. So just a crazy day of NFL football, but let's do it again.
Let's do it again. That's why we're here. By the way, my man Joshua in the chat is sick with COVID. It's his birthday. Joshua, happy birthday. Get better. We're thinking about you. All right, let's jump right into storylines that could affect the betting lines. And as I mentioned last night, you don't think seeding matters? Ooh, number one seeds, AB. Let's go.
How crazy was last night that we lost both number one seeds in the NFL playoffs to quarterbacks who combined for 0 touchdowns? 0. Ryan Tannehill leads the divisional round playoffs in touchdown passes. How insane is that?
Well, I talked about it a lot last week, and nobody wanted to listen to me about how important seeding is. And now today we're talking about 2 games that will decide, and we'll get into that in a second, the home field next week. But before we get to that, there's a little name I want to hear about, and his name is Gio Bernard. Maestro.
Yeah, I am expecting such a good day from him, and I'm just waiting. Please, will the books please post his props already? We know Fournette is going to be active. He was activated, hasn't played with the hamstring, but he's good to go. Keyshawn Vaughn will be active, and Ronald Jones won't be. So why will you not post Gio Bernard props? He had 7 targets last week. They're going to be under a lot of pressure. It's going to be a lot of quick throws. I literally cannot wait to see his numbers. I want over on catches, over on yards, but we'll see what they are. I mean, that's in a vacuum, I do.
I would love to have a little camera on the Maestro just looking at his phone. Just looking at his phone. Change, damn it, Gio Bernard. All right, now, I'm wearing my LA hat this morning because that is the side of the Super Bowl in 3 weeks, and who's going to be here? We have no idea. But, Mikey, there are so many different scenarios now after what happened last night. Talk to me.
Yeah, this is an absolutely crazy scenario for the LA Rams here because they get the unique opportunity to play back-to-back home games into the Super Bowl if they win this game. They win this game, they head back home. Now, because the 49ers, the Packers, they would host the next game. And then, of course, the Super Bowl is played in their home stadium. At this point in the season, the team is also getting healthy, not having to travel at all over basically after this game. I think it's going to be a really interesting spot for them. Obviously, some extra motivation. And then, of course, the Kansas City side. winner there as well, with the Tennessee Titans getting upset, gets to host a home game against a team that has played well, but most people thought that they may not have been there. We're going to see some pretty large spreads. Actually, we have some of the look-ahead numbers already.
Oh, really?
So you can actually bet on these right now if you want to. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills would both be -6.5 against the Cincinnati Bengals. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Rams both -3 against the 49ers.
And I'm just going to say that those Chiefs and Bills spreads to me look a little light. I think they're going to get hammered. Whoever comes out of this game, I believe, is going to be laying 7. And I'll be on the 49ers right now against either team.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think we'll see 7.5s potentially if it's depending on what kind of weather impact, if it happens to be in Buffalo and then in Kansas City. But I definitely think it goes over the 7.
Why? It seems like, because imagine if this would happen and the Rams do win today, we could have a rematch, AB, of what we saw 2 weeks ago when the 49ers were on the brink of getting knocked out of the playoffs by who? The Rams, who were up 17 points at home and couldn't hold on. That could be the rematch, AB.
It could. And think about this. All right. We talked about all week how the 49ers had the trends against the Green Bay Packers, right?
Mm-hmm.
In terms of, being in the playoffs. The 49ers have that over the Rams. There is something that Kyle Shanahan has against his former, assistant coach brethren in Matt LaFleur and Sean McVay. My man owns them. Like he just does. So it's going to be fascinating, man, if the Rams beat the Bucs today.
All right. Well, today at the brand, we decided, because some of you wanted to complain yesterday. Even some people that we work with were like, how come there's just one basketball play on and everything else football? So guess what? Do you think I played 3 or 4? No. Today's all about the NFL. If you want some college plays, you want some NBA, you want some NHL, I got you covered. Become a member of SportsLine. We've got every single game there. You want to use a promo code EDGE? Go ahead and do that. 30 days for free. But this is all about the NFL. So let's get into our board for the day. And yes, it's Sunday brunch. Yes, M Squared named this show. So it's a little subdued, but it's still worth it. M Squared, you know the drill, son. Give it to me.
All right, Coach. Let's go with Patrick Mahomes rushing yards over 24.5, -110 on FanDuel. I would play it up to 26. That would be the hard stop at that point. He looks to run a little bit more in competitive games. Also, when you have a quarterback on the other side that is running and finding success in Josh Allen, I think that worse, we're dealing with game scripts that are more conducive to him running the ball. I think that we see him try to run more in this spot. I think that the way that Buffalo is going to defend, I think it's going to open up enough opportunity for him. He hit this number relatively easily the last time these two teams played. He's hit this number in each of the last 3 games. Look for Patrick Mahomes to continue to use his legs to extend drives, pick up first downs, and go over 24.5 rushing yards.
I think we're going to see a really, really hyped Patrick Mahomes tonight. I mean, sometimes he's a little more subdued. I think tonight it's going to be the Patrick Mahomes on 10. Patrick Mahomes on 10. I really think the added thought process that they could play next week at Arrowhead is going to hype him to the gills. Now, it doesn't mean that potentially he won't make a mistake. AB, you're up.
Yeah, tonight's Bills and Chiefs game is going to be phenomenal. I can't wait to see it. We're going to see 2 offenses really that get pushed to the maximum in terms of creating opportunities, because the Bills are going to look to do the exact same thing that they did last week. They understand that, as crazy as it sounds, beating the Chiefs is doing it with a ton of points, right? And forcing them out of the run game script and making them force passes down the field. But with that, it is going to be a flip between cover 3, cover 1, cover 3, cover 1, and both DCs are going to get put in a blender because both of these quarterbacks are so good that they're both going to throw an interception. So give me Josh Allen over half an interception -115, and give me Patrick Mahomes over half an interception at +105.
It's so funny because yesterday it took all of one pass for people who were on Ryan Tannehill for his half an interception. Then, of course, the other side came through too. It's amazing how at certain points of the game it just happens.
And Ryan Tannehill, the crazy enough, I thought we were going to see somebody pop up one of those parlays. It's like they put 50 cents that Ryan Tannehill's first pass of the game would be an interception,
yes,
and his last pass of the game would be an interception because that would have hit.
What a bad mistake that was with 20 seconds to go in the game. Oh, my God, what a bad mistake that was.
You're forcing it to your third best receiver, maybe even fourth, your third best. You're forcing it into coverage to your third best receiver with 20 seconds to go.
You got to find AJ. You got to find Julio. You have to. You have
we
to.
did. I hate to say it. We did bet in the show on Nick Westbrook-Akina that he was going to go to him in that clutch spot, and he did.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it didn't work for us.
Oh.
We were that close to hit that bet too, man. That was it right there.
Every time you see that shot after the quarterback does something horrendously bad, it drives you crazy if you're a fan of that person. If you're a Titans fan and you see Tannehill's face like, what did I just do? Oh, gosh, that would drive me insane. All right, Maestro, bring it home. Let's go.
All right, I got 3 plays today. I'm going to go with Cam Akers over 18.5 receiving yards as the first play. You know, this guy got more snaps than Sony Michel. He's the better receiver. Michel is the pounder, and the Bucs give up over 47 receiving yards to running backs. Last week, he caught the trick play from OBJ, but he also had a 30-yard pass that he didn't see that he should have caught. You look back at his usage late last year, 4 of the last 6 games he went over. This is a guy they've talked about that they could line up wide. They could line him up in the slot. He's that explosive. And the Bucs blitz a ton, number 1 in the NFL. 1 dump off to Akers. We could get this. I think he'll get 3 targets today, over 18.5. And I'm also on the Rams plus the 3. You know, Wirfs and Jensen did individual drills. That's all they did on Friday. Arian said he didn't want them to get tripped over. It's going to go down to the inactives. Let's say Jensen is in and Wirfs is out. Jensen may not be 100%. You've got Leonard Floyd. You got Von Miller. You got Aaron Donald. Tom Brady with pressure, 30th in adjusted completion percentage. I think the Rams will continue to run the ball, do a little bit better than most people think they will against the Bucs running the ball. They're not going to blow them out, but I think it'll be a tight game down to the wire. I think the Rams can pull it out. And then in the teaser, I'm going to take the Rams plus 9 and the Chiefs and the Bills over 48. This is going to be the game that goes over, but not everyone talks about Tre'Davious White being out. Rashad Fenton, the Chiefs' top cover corner, back injury, did not practice all week. They're still listing him as questionable. If he can't go, it's DeAndre Baker, a much worse corner. And I mean, this is a Bills team that's punted once in 4 weeks. So I think we get a shootout there. That's the teaser.
Oh man, that is incredible analysis. You want more of that? How about 2 p.m. Eastern time this afternoon? How about 5:15 Eastern time this afternoon, or 5:30, an hour before both games? We'll be here live for Early Edge Live. Break down all the sides, all the totals, all the props you could possibly want to talk about. We will be here for you twice later today. All right, we're up against it. Grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here is the all NFL recap, and it looks glorious. M Squared's on 1 play so far. Patrick Mahomes over 24.5 rushing yards, minus 110. Then Maestro, 3 big plays. Rams. Then the Rams in a teaser with the Kansas City Buffalo over. Bring that down to 48. And then Cam Akers over 18.5 receiving yards. Like you said last week, that would have been in 1 catch. All right, AB, couple of interception props. You know he's going to have a couple more on the shows later today. Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes each to throw at least 1 interception, and it's minus 115 and plus 105. Then the updated Jeweler's Gem, plus 282. He's on the Bucs, and he's on the Chiefs. I don't know if I can root for that. We'll have to talk about that later today. Interesting. We got showdowns all over the board as well, which I know all of you at home really love. And Chad, I haven't forgotten about you. We're gonna get our showdown going today with one of these games. All right, there's only one thing left to do. Let's have an incredible day. Let's be positive. Let's play it forward. And remember, you've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these Sunday brunch tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, love them all. M Squared, AB, Maestro, and of course, our executive producer, the jeweler, puts it all together here at the brand. I am the coach. We'll see you at 2 p.m. Eastern this afternoon, right here on the Early Edge. Good luck.